So today our target is developing project, right? So we have completed volume 1A textbook, all points perfectly. And as I promised, in volume 1A, I make you Java programmer. Means as part of this topic, what we discussed, what did you learn? Object-oriented programming basics with logical programming. Okay. As part of all these chapters, what did you learn? Object-oriented programming basics with logical programming. Means you learn how to create real world, okay, how to develop business application, okay, how to develop business application and creating real world object in programming world. Okay, so this is what you have learned. And also you learned how to perform as part of logical programming. You learn how to perform different operations of an object with operators and control flow statements and exception handling statements. By using these three concepts together, we develop one operation. Then we call it as logical programming, developing operations. So as part of these topics, all the people, if really practice my material, Xerox material 1, Xerox material 2, and volume 1A textbook. All these three books, if you have practiced thoroughly, 100% I will guarantee any written test exam you go, 100% you will pass in that exam. You will not get even one question also out of syllabus. Means you will feel that every question you know. That assurance I will give you. So I promised you, first interview will be the last interview. That means 100% I want to assure, okay, you must pass in every interview. For that, I covered the syllabus such a way. So by end of this topic, I made you a programmer. I made you compiler to, okay, I made you programmer to develop a program. I made you compiler to find syntax mistakes and compile time errors. I made you JVM to find the flow of execution and runtime errors. Okay, so all these topics we have learned individually, and I promise you, by combining related chapters, I will develop one project to make you software engineer or project developer. So today we are planning for that. So today we need to complete this project. All are ready? Project is very simple, buddy. Project is very simple. Only thing is you have to connect. Okay, now project is very, very simple. So only you have to connect. I mean, say what you have to involve in the discussion, you should understand. Okay, this project, I have two levels. You want simple or you want a little complex? Choice is yours. You want make it simple, means just a class, main method, create object, and call variables, methods, and store value, read value, display value. Or you want in a real life scenario, real time scenario complex you want. Exact real-time projects, how in companies we develop that flavor you want, or Amirpet flavor you want. Real-time project. So will you participate? Okay, first you tell me, what did you learn up to now? First I want to give you revision and then I'll go for project development, okay? First you should know what did you learn. Revision I want. Okay, tell me, what is our target? Okay, I have already typed all the points. Just I wanted to remind you. Okay, no need, don't let us not waste the time because already we have lagging with a lot of days. So I wanted to quickly you understand. I don't want to retype once again. Yeah, tell me what is the target of this volume 1A textbook? Okay, what the target of unit 1, unit 2, and unit 3? These three units target is what? Creating real world object in programming. To create real world object in programming world, what are the things you need to consider? The object type, object properties, and object operations. Okay, for example, you take student. Again, I'm taking simple. If you take student and tell me, now student, okay, for example, you take a student, the type of object, okay, HK student, BK student, okay, right. So now this HK student, BK student, these are what type students. So the type of object I identified student. What are the properties of this object? Student number, student name, course, and next, what are the operations? Read, write, study, okay, write exam, all these things. Okay, I identify. Then I have to create these type properties and operations in the programming world. Then that is real world object available in the programming world. So we must create a type by using class. We must use class for creating type. We must use fields. Do you understand my word? Why I'm using the word fields? Why I'm not using variables? If I use the word variables, parameters and local variables also will come into picture. I don't want to bring them into picture. That's why only class level variables I want to take. So I'm taking the word called what? Fields. So we must create properties by using fields. We must create operations by using methods. And tell me, once you create fields and methods, okay, class you created, okay, student type ready, fields you created, its values are ready, methods created, its operations are ready. But now, if you wanted to perform operations by using these methods, these fields must have the values of that student. HK values must be available in the fields. BK values must be available in the fields. Then tell me, for storing values inside fields, right? For storing these HK values, BK values inside the fields, what we required? We required what? Initialization logic. That initialization logic, I told you there are four ways we can develop. Direct variable assignment, via setter method, via constructor, via blocks. Then tell me, we must use blocks, constructor, and setter methods. We must use blocks, constructors, and setter methods for initializing properties with object values. Object means what here? HK is the object, BK is the object. Now my question, how many blocks we can create? Your wish. Static, multiple static blocks, multiple instance blocks. Okay, how many constructors you can create? Multiple. How many multiple? One no parameter constructor and multiple parameterized constructors. How many setter methods we will create? For each field, one setter method we will create. When to choose blocks? If I want to initialize static variables at the time of class loading, we will use static block. When must we use instance block? If you want to initialize instance variables or you want to execute some logic common to all constructors, then I should choose instance block. Okay, when should I use constructors? If I want to initialize an object with a specific different initialization logic, with a specific different initialization logic, then we must use what? Constructors. Now, I want initialize object with my own fixed values. Then we should choose what? No param constructor. I want to initialize object with the values reading from file or reading from database. What I should choose? No param constructor. Hope you remember all these points. I want to initialize object by taking values from other programmer. Then what I should choose? Parameterized constructor. Okay. What the problem with blocks and constructors? Blocks and constructors can execute initialization logic only once when class loading into JVM and when new object is created. Now, next, the other problem with blocks will not take any input values from other programmer. Are you catching my point? The next, if I choose a constructor, we can have parameters, but the problem with the constructors are what? It will take all values at a time to initialize. We cannot pass one value to initialize and ignore other values and want to initialize those values later via constructor, not possible, right? So if you want to initialize via constructor, all properties you have to pass. If you want to modify all properties you have to pass, the number of parameters are increasing, it becomes difficult. That's why what the conclusion we take, if you want to initialize some mandatory properties at the time of object creation, then only choose constructor for those mandatory properties to initialize. So the other properties, then leave it and initialize via what? Setter methods. So setter methods advantage is what? We can initialize or we can modify any number of times. Okay. Okay, fine. So these are the points we have discussed. Then following by, for storing values common to all objects, we must use static fields. For initializing static properties, we must use static blocks. Next, for initializing values, okay, first we discussed what variables, methods, constructors. Then, how many types of variables are there? How many types of methods are there? How many types of constructors are there? What the purpose of them? For storing values common to all objects and all methods, we must use static fields. For initializing static properties, we must use the static block. Properties also we can call, attributes also we can call, fields also we can call. We use static blocks. For storing values specific to each object, we must use instance fields. For storing instance fields, we must for initializing instance fields, we must use instance block and constructor. Either for initializing or for modifying static and instance fields, we must use static and instance setter methods respectively. For initializing fields, we use instance setter method. Means non-static method. Next, very important. For reading static and instance field values, I want to read whatever the value I store, I want to read back to use in my program. Then I have to use getter method. Which getter method? For static fields, static getter method. For instance method. Okay, let me write as instance. Okay, next for displaying static and instance fields. For displaying static and instance fields, we must use display method, or we must override. Any of you remember? Or we must override? Any of you remember? We must override. Wonderful. ToString method. We must override toString method, right? So whichever you comfortable that you can use. Generally, projects will use toString method. Okay. Habituate started using toString method. Stop using display method. Only for your understanding purpose, I have used display method. Generally, display method we don't use. We use toString method. Okay. Up to now, all people understand that? So now tell me, by this time, what is ready? Is object ready? Type of object ready? That means physical object ready? Blueprint of object ready? A user-defined data type or blueprint or specification, okay, is ready for creating real world individual object, real world physical individual objects. Am I right? Then tell me, when you try to initialize or modify inside blocks constructor and setter method, we are going to access fields, right? Then tell me, how can we differentiate fields from constructor and setter method parameters? For accessing instance fields from non-static method and constructor, we must use this keyword. Then instance fields values are read and modify current object. We must not create our own object. If we create our own object to access the variables, then now that method become dynamic method, common method to all objects? No, it is specific to one local object. In order to receive object and work for that object, you must access non-static fields by using this keyword. While initializing or modifying static instance fields via constructor or via setter method, we must implement variable shadowing. And then we must differentiate static fields from parameter by using class. Hope you understand this point. I'm not elaborating. If you have mandatory properties to initialize at the time of instance creation, then only use constructor. Don't use constructor unnecessary for initialization. For initializing those properties by reading values from other programmer, define parameterized constructor. For initializing those properties by reading values from either keyboard or from file or from database, define no param constructor. So these are the 15 points you must understand as a summary of volume 1A, creating real world object in programming. What? So tell me, what is the target of the first target? Object-oriented programming is creating real-world object in programming world. Okay. Let me take it as a first point. The first target of object-oriented programming is creating real-world object in programming world, which is part of the current business application development. Am I right? This is the first point you should know. Second point, in order to create real world object in programming world, we must use different programming elements. We must use different programming elements from Java or some other object oriented programming language. Number three, in Java, we must use the programming elements class, variables, methods, constructor, blocks, and inner classes. I didn't explain inner classes yet. We will discuss that later. Okay. Yeah. Below points will summarize all details of the usage of above programming elements. After class is ready with its type, with its members, with its member programming elements, we must create instance for each from this class for each individual object creation of this type. Okay. And the fifth point, below points will summarize all details of the usage of above programming elements for creating real world object in programming. Okay. Will you like to write these points? Okay, check write down, please. So if you take screenshots, then the points will be there in your mobile, but will not be there in your brain. So that's why please write down. I'll give time. And don't feel that time waste. This is a continuity point. Okay, if you write all these points, the connections will be created in your brain. Guys, completed? Okay, right. Don't join late. If you join late, voice will not come. Okay, if you join early to the class, if you come before to me, if you join class, then voice will come. Mr. Keso, understand? If you join class whenever you like, then voice will not come. Because already explanation completed, I'm asking people to write notes. Okay, any confusions in these 18 points? Can I hope all topics are revised? And I have not mentioned null pointer exception. Did you notice? When you wanted to store other class object in your class, when you create reference variable, you will assign it null. And with null reference variable, you will access members of that class. By the time the accessed members execution started, if the variable is not assigned with object, you will get null pointer exception. So there are two ways of handling null pointer exception. Okay, number one, use not equal to null if condition. If reference variable is not initialized with object, don't execute dot. If you want to must initialize this variable to execute your logic, then what to do? Don't use not equal to null. Let null pointer exception come. Let program terminate. Let programmer knows that he has to pass object. Then he will create object and call setter method to initialize that variable. So that is null pointer exception related point we have missed and making. Okay. So when you create reference variable at a class level or as a parameter, there is a chance they contain null. Okay. Be careful. Now this is the project I wanted to. If you all completed, then I will show you the question. Everyone confirm, completed? Okay, right. Hope you remember tomorrow, day after tomorrow class schedule. Always see people who worry about the breaks of the class, holidays of the class. Wonderful, Robot. People never ask me take more hours. Always see people will ask me stupid questions, sir, break, sir. Many people will change from student mindset, Robot. Don't you feel that I know it? Am I a pagal? Am I that much worst fellow? Do I know or not? Change people attitude, okay? It irritates the faculty. When faculty ready to take class, the people must support. He knows when to give break and when to allow you to go and eat. He knows. He's also a human being. He's not a machine or he's not an animal, okay? Completed? You have two links, okay? 6 p.m. link is there and Sunday class link is there. Whichever link is working, use that link to join the class, okay? Don't question me. Don't ask me. Number one, confusion masters there in the batch. Every day I should say, even I typed also, people are asking the same question and you are a number one worst fellows in the world, brainless fellows. How will you survive and how will you make other people work with you? You have two links, okay? Whichever link is working, join with that link. Every day, every Sunday, every Saturday, I cannot remember that links and to share you. Don't behave like a lazy fellows. Okay? Change your attitude, change your behavior. It's very dangerous behavior, dangerous attitude. Okay? Yeah, first let us complete this week and I'll announce offline class. I remember, okay? I didn't forget. So show some maturity when you are asking questions. Okay? Show some maturity. Change your behavior. Okay, now? How many times I should share, man? Harish? Or you feel that I am your servant? Why did you lose that link? Huh? Tell me, why did you lose that link? How many times I should share? Every Saturday, Sunday, I should share. Do you feel that I am a servant? Don't you have common sense to save it permanently somewhere? Why did you save in system on mobile? System on mobiles are temporary. When they will work, when they don't work, nobody knows. The people are having wonderful reason saying that system has a problem, mobile has a problem. Whenever your system mobile have a problem, do you feel that faculty will work for you? This is this is the way you people are planning your life. Everything temporary. One time if you suffer, then properly brain will work. Okay. And even if people don't know how to use the Zoom link after 6 months, when you register, you will get a mail to your Zoom ID. Zoom ID will send a mail to your registered mail ID, and it will be there permanently. That also you don't know. Several times I told you. Then how can I feel that you are my student? You are my student, outsider? Huh? I think I should block you. Still, you don't know how Zoom is working. Still, you don't know how to join to the class. Guys, completed a question? Array, I told you permanent solution, friendless fellow, don't fight with me. I already told you everything is saved permanently. Understand? Don't fight with me. Use brain. I already shown you how the links are coming to you. It's there in your Gmail. Don't use Zoom app. Don't use Zoom app. Always use Gmail account. You will have all the registered mail, registered classes links will be there in your mail. I told you several times. As long as you people are working with your brain, not following my instructions, you will face obviously problems. How many times I should support you then? Don't fight with me. Waste of time. Guys, I want to ask some questions. Are you ready? When you go to bank to open account, when you go to bank to open account, you will get an application form. In that application form, are you filling bank name? Are you filling branch name? Are you filling IFSC code? Are you filling account number? Are you filling account holder name? Are you filling account number? When you're opening account, are you filling account number? Some people are saying yes, sir, yes, sir. Are you filling account holder name? Are you filling balance? Are you filling email, mobile address? Right? So now my question is, think and tell me, huh? Very important point. These three fields must be filled by bank itself, right? By the time application form coming to my hand, all these three fields must be filled. Next, this account number should generate automatically background. When my account is opening, account number must be generated background automatically. Am I right? Next, these three values must be filled by customer. First, you should have this view in your brain. First, you should have this idea in your brain, how I should initialize. Then tell me. To fill these three proper, who will enter values from the keyboard? End user. Is end user knows the values of your bank? No. Then it is wrong idea. You must fill these values from where? Background, from the file, or from the database. Is everyone understand? So tell me, in this project, you must have a knowledge of, to develop this project, you must have knowledge of file handling, database handling. Database handling is advanced ever. So I don't want to touch this part. File handling is part of core Java. We are learning file handling here. We'll read data from the file and initialize these properties. Next, tell me this property, account number, should be fixed value, randomly generated value, sequentially generated value. It should be sequentially generated value. Random generated value. Someone saying that fixed value, and then your account number, my account number will be same. Dumb fellow. Think before giving answers. It's a time you have to involve. I'm not asking Java questions, right? These are not Java related questions. These are real life. Account number fixed and bangar konda. When you are opening an account, not after opening account, I'm asking. When you're opening account number is dynamically stored here. That number should be sequentially generated number by one, increment by one. Now today I have opened 10 accounts. Then start with one, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I close my bank. Tomorrow I open bank. Tomorrow again 10 customers are coming to the bank to open accounts. Then the account number again should start with 1. No, should start with what? 11. That means this is sequence number of last account number must be stored permanently to use tomorrow. That means here also we should work with what? Either file or database. Are you catching my point? Then how many files I have to use here? 2 files. One is for bank details, another is for account number details. Are you connecting? Understand what I'm talking? Then these values I should read from where now? End user. Or end user. Now you enter your values. So now I hope you understood. I divided three values to initialize. So first three values should initialize from the file. Account number should initialize also from file and should store in the file. First number read from the file. Always read from the file and store. Then increase number, store in the file. Again next account opening. Again read from the file. Increase. Then store the increased number in the file. Right? Like this you have to work. Are you people comfortable? Okay, now tell me. These three properties, account number, branch number, IFSC, these three values must be initialized when bank loaded into JVM. No? And these three values common to all banks must be initialized at the time of bank loading. That means this value reading from the file and storing should be done as part of which block? Static block. Next, when this account number must be initialized? When class loaded into JVM or when account is created? In open account operation, right? In open account operation, I should initialize this variable. Is it clear? Okay. Now the question. Like this, how many accounts are coming in the project? 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, multiple. Then tell me, every time you want to create account on user, you want to create account on store. Then where I must store account? Where I should store? Yeah, in file or in database. That's okay. In file or database, you will store permanently. Permanently, I have to store, so I should store in file or database. But my question is, everyone think and tell me. But my question is, in the program, first I have to store all these accounts. Now, then only I should go to file or database. I should not directly go to file or database to store. First, I should store in the program. Tell me, in the program, where I should store? In program, I want to store multiple accounts. Then what I should use? Which object I should create? Think and tell me. Don't give dirty answers. For one bank account object. Customer 1 bank accounts, customer 2 bank account, customer 3 bank account, customer 4 bank account, customer 5 bank account. Then where I should store all these accounts in my program? That's what my question. I want to store multiple values or multiple objects as a group for storing. What I should use? You have to use array or collection. Did I complete collection chapter? No. Do people know array chapter? Then I am using array here. So in the program, I should create array with some locations. Assume that first I want 10 accounts. Okay, I'm working with the 10 accounts. So then I created array with the 10 locations. Clear? So tell me, in this project totally, this is a real-time idea you should have. First, you should have an idea. With this idea, then you can start developing code. All you people got clarity on project architecture? right? On project architecture. Account number is a 12-digit number, na? 11-digit or 12-digit? 11-digit. Okay. Your wish here, any number you write your wish. Some number, this is the initial number, initial account number. If completed, let me know. Also, you can have first account, second account, third account. Actually, account number not be accessed by bank account. It is accessed by bank. Because who will create accounts? Bank, no? So this is the project. So tell me totally how many classes we need to develop? 3 classes you have to develop. Bank will contain bank accounts. But who will operate bank? Bank front office, which is main method class, which is interacting with end user. End user to main method to bank to bank account. Completed? Huh? Tell me, you started then Google Map you create a before starting itself you prepare the Google Map path. First you prepare Google Map path, right? Then on that path you started working. Same thing. First you have to prepare architecture and implement this architecture. Let's start. First what I have to do? First I required bank details.txt, right? You are developing this project for which branch? Tell me, is my project is fixed for any one of the bank? No. Any one of the branches? No. In this file, bank details.txt file, what the bank details you have mentioned, it is working for that bank. First you write bank details.txt. What is Amiripet HDFC Bank IFSC? Okay. Then now I should require bank. Bank or bank account. Bank account, nothing but customer. Yeah. Every point, slowly I'm showing the things, try to understand. What is the statement? Any of you remember? This is static import, packages chapter. Static import. If you want to access static members of a class without using class name, we need static import. So I want to use every concept you learn in Java. I mean, up to now. Up to now, what I learn, everything I want you experience. Yeah, correct. Out.println. Yeah. Slowly write down everything, you will understand. I will explain every line, but first you write, okay? I want you feel it is a project which is already developed. This project is already developed. Now you are just going through the project. For example, you got the job in company, project already developed. Then the developed project, you are going through understanding what is happening. So I want to give you that experience. Up to now, we develop projects, new projects from zero. Now I want to give experience of this is a maintenance project already developed. Now you must use it. You must understand it, sir. Right? People have any confusion? Static variable creation, you understood. Why I declare private, you understood. Instance variables, understood. Static block for initializing. Why I have written thread.sleep? I want to pass, after this message is displayed, I want to pass the program execution for 1 second. Then I have to write thread.sleep or 1000. 1000 is milliseconds. In 1000 milliseconds, 1 second. If I don't write this thread.sleep, message will be displayed and go to next line. I cannot read that message. I cannot understand what is happening. That's written it. Okay. Then static variable, memory allocated with the default values, right? All the three variables has a default values. Reading static variable values from the file and initializing. How to read values from the file? Tell me. In file, you have one character at a time or one line at a time? You want to read one line at a time. First line, second line, third line. How many lines you need to read? 3 lines. How many times you must connect it to the file? One time. Tell me. There are two connections you have to create. Number one, file reader to the file. To the file reader, buffer reader. So if I use file reader only, I can read one character at a time only. One character only we can read. We cannot read multiple characters. Means one line at a time we cannot read. But my project requirement is what? I need one line at a time. To read one line at a time, you must use a buffer reader connecting with the file reader. Are you catching my point? It's like a scanner. File reader place what you have used in scanner system.in. Then buffer reader place what you have used scan. Okay, got clarity? Yeah? Right. Then reading first line. How to read one line? How many lines you want to read? 3 lines. Read line, read first line, stored in bank name. Second line, storing in bank, branch name. Third line, storing in IFS. Then static variable initialization is completed. When you are working with file system, this file may or may not be there. If the file is not available, file reader constructor will throw exception. Is it a constructor or not? Object creation is a constructor. Hope you are understanding. File reader constructor will throw exception, file not found. I have to handle it. Buffer reader, read line method will throw exception if the connection is not there. That exception also we should handle. Tell me, exception handling chapter is working in your brain? Try catch. Why have written try catch? And why catch with file not found exception? Oh, in this try block, available statements may throw file not found exception. Okay, catch of IO exception. After try, we can write multiple catches. Okay, IO exception is throwing by another method. Which method throwing? File not found exception throwing by file reader. Read line method throwing IO exception. Tell me, if I write catch block, definitely will get exception. If you do mistake, will get exception. If you give wrong values, if the file is not available, you will get file not found exception. If there is no connection to read data from the file, you will get file not IO exception. After displaying these messages, now I'm pausing the program again 1 second. Okay, hope you understand static variable initialization. Did you complete page number 2? Shall I go to page number 3? Okay, right on page number 2. Then if completed page number 2, go for page number 3. After you writing, I will explain page number 3. Guys, listen. People who are asking for offline class, you think I got request only from 8 students for offline class. Okay, only 8 students has asked for offline class. Okay, na? This is a point number 1. Point number 2, our batch is going to complete by next month. Okay, point number 3, I need to take our class up to 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. I want to take. If it is offline class, I cannot complete our batch by end of the month, because offline class I should stop the class by 8. I cannot continue 8:39. Are you catching my point? So the course duration will be increased more 1 month. There is no problem to you, but there is a problem to me, Bhaiya. There is no problem to you, but there is a problem to many people. And please think, for 8 students, is it okay to manage one room? Is it arranging one room? Think. Only 8 students have sent a request. I told you, na, send a mail to me who want offline class. Only 8 students have sent a message. You want proof? I'll show you. So for 8 students, is it okay? Is it feasible thing from the management point of view? Is it okay to force them to arrange a classroom? And how much rent they have to pay? How much power bill they have to pay? So it's up to you. Now you think, it's your turn. In what way offline is best? And what way online is not best? Tell me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 students. Only 9 students have sent a mail to me asking for offline class. So for 9 students purpose, okay, taking room for rent and, is it okay? How much power bill? Already we completed a lot of time. Is it okay to force management to arrange a classroom? You decide and tell me tomorrow. Okay. Completed a page number 2. Page number 2 not completed. Okay, okay, right on. How read line read second line what Rabaya? Buffer reader pointing to the file, right? Read line reading first line. When you call read line second time, what is doing? It is reading second line. It's a kind of loop, right? Okay, you are using same object, file reader, same object you are using. Implicitly maintain index. First index is pointing to 0 line number 1 or line number 1, whatever, say line number 1. Then when you call read line, index number is what? 2, second line. Read line 3, index number is what? 3. Okay. How it is constructor? Viswajit Sahu, what is your question? How is it constructor? Which one is constructor? Where? Are you talking about this part or this part? First or second? Can you do one thing? Yeah, I'm taking new batch at 11 o'clock. Okay. Yeah. I started a new batch at 11 o'clock. Rejoin the course. Okay, no? Rejoin course again. Are Shiva Sai Kumar, why you are responding? Why keep silent? Did I talk to you? Did I call Shiva Kumar? No, Viswajit. After new keyword, it is an object creation. In object creation part, constructor will be there. You are not identifying. Na? That's why I'm saying that rejoin course. There is nothing wrong in that. When we are not understand the subject, you can rejoin, no problem. There is nothing wrong. Any number of times you can attend. A stupid fellow, that's what I'm saying. It is a constructor, object creation. In object creation, what will be there? Constructor usage will be there. I was asking that it is a constructor call. Did you notice? Then you're asking, how is it a constructor, sir? And what I should do? My kya karna? Commit suicide karna, right? Am I right? I should commit suicide. At this stage, if people are not identifying, it is a constructor call, object creation. It is a method call. It's a variable assignment. This is a method call assigned to the variable means it is a non-void method. It's returning some value. If you are not identifying at this stage, then all our 6 months effect is lost, gone. Okay, it's completed this second page. Ankit Gupta, the entire where in JVM. This is JVM. In JVM, where the center logic executed. Method area. Na? The center logic executed in mother area. And then where it is executed. What is that thread? Right on third page and fourth page. So static variables initialization completed. We started non-static variables initialization via constructor. Because when you create account number mandatory, account holder name mandatory, and balance is mandatory. Remaining properties, email, mobile, address, all those things via constructor not required, via setter methods you can do. Minimum these three values are compulsory. Ankit Gupta, you didn't answer my question. Arey bhaiya, I'm not insulting bhaiya. What I'll get if I insult you? Okay, then if you're feeling my statements are you are feeling insulting, then next time onwards I don't talk. Okay, you have a problem. Okay, I'm giving a solution. What the problem? You are unable to recognize what I am talking. Why? Lack of practice. That's why I suggested you rejoin the course. There is no problem. That's not a insulting. If you feel I'm insulting you, that's okay. Then what I will get by insulting you? Okay, then chalo. Completed. Tell me any questions here. It would be better, from now onwards, I will not ask any questions. I will disable the chat. and I'll continue my class so that you don't ask any questions. I will not insult you. Okay. If I give suggestions to you, are feeling that I'm insulting. Did I scold you, Mr. Okay. If I use your name again, you'll feel I'm insulting. Did I scold you? Did I use any worst fellow, Tumri fellow, that fellow, this fellow? No. Simply I suggested if you are not identifying what is that line, that is already completed topic. It's not a new topic. Someone asked read line method. How the read line, how the second read, how the third read line? I explained. That is a new topic to him. I explained. Ankit Gupta asked the question. Already explained sleep method, what he is doing. He didn't understand. He was asking me explain again. Why he didn't understand? Because he not visualizing what happening backgrounds. That's why I asked the question. Array, where this program is executing, where this logic is executing. He said first method area. Did I scold him? Then I asked, no, it's wrong. Where it is stored? Then he said one thread. What is the thread name? He didn't reply up till now. In which thread our method logic executing also, he didn't remember. This is the way you people are learning Java. Now I should not scold you, I should not appoint you, I should not do anything, right? Am I right? So faculty is scolding you, you're feeling insulting and committing suicide. Am I right? This is what the way you people are growing youngsters. Okay, father should not ask anything, should not say anything, mother should not say anything. Lover can scold anything, friends can scold anything. You will bend your body and brain to them. You will touch their feet and always you will request them, baby, please, baby, my baby. Parents scold, like you are scolding me. Teacher scold, like you are scolding me, you are insulting me. This is the way you people are growing. Good, continue. Completed page number 4. Who are the enemies of students? No, first enemy is parents. Second enemy is teacher. Who are the best friends and best guide? First one is friend. Second is girlfriend, boyfriend. We will beg them like anything. We will do anything for them. We will jump from the fifth floor also for them. If a girlfriend is asking, leave the life, commit suicide, without second thought, we'll commit suicide. As a father, mother asking, or study properly, set up your life properly, then you are an enemy, Rabbi, useless fellow. You are forcing me to study. You are controlling me. Why I have not written set balance method? Why I have written only get balance? Remaining all setter methods, getter methods. Remaining or for all properties I have written setter getter method. But come to account number, I have written only getter method. Get balance also written only, get balance property also written only getter method. Did you notice why? Once account is assigned to your account number is assigned to your account, can you change? No. That should be fixed. That's why no setter method. Next. Can you set balance directly via setter method? Set balance is nothing but what? Deposit and withdraw. This deposit and withdraw methods are acting as set balance method. Sometimes I wanted to find the interest of the account, quarterly interest, half-yearly interest, yearly interest I wanted to find. Then first of all, I should know how much balance is there. That's why get balance method. Deposit, depositing, withdraw, withdrawing, current balance displaying. But I want to take the existing balance number into my program and do calculation, interest calculation for yearly, quarterly, and half-yearly. For that, I require get balance method. And hope you understand this two-stream method. I'm displaying all property names and their values. Can I access static variables inside non-static method? Now I should not scold these people, okay? I should appreciate them because of this answer, okay? If I scold them, if I correct them, they will feel that I'm insulting. Okay, that one student is saying that no, we cannot access static variable in a non-static method. At this stage, if this kind of answers, if you are giving, I should feel so happy. Okay, na? With my efforts, okay, if you are giving this type of answers, I should say what? Sabash, wonderful, super. I should not talk anything. I should not guide anything. I should not say anything. Am I right? Why I should not say anything? Because I'm after all a faculty, right? I'm after all a faculty, waste fellow in the world. Number one worst fellows, waste fellows in the world are what? No, parents and teachers only. Always they will force you to be a good human, get success. So that person who is saying that I'm insulting, I remember, maybe if I say it again, he may hurt it, so I don't want to say. Leave it. Okay, chalo. Completed? See, I never say something just like that. One time mistake, second time mistake, third time mistake, I don't say. If you keep on doing the same mistake every time, if you do same mistake, if I see that you are not going in a proper way, then only I will suggest rejoin the course. It is not meaning of I am insulting you. When second time you are listening, your mind will be open up. My nephew is there. He is from electrical background. First he attended a course, nothing understood. But because of my force, he continued. Second time, some of the chapters he picked and he attended. Then he understood complete Java. That's the reason I told you join again. Many times I told you, if you are not practicing basics, you will not understand later topics. He also did same mistake. When class completed, he never studied. He used to stay with me only in my house. He never studied. He'll come to the home and then playing with again fees because it's a punishment to him. I don't give free of cost. I never give anything free. Again, he paid and joined. Even he's my nephew. Again, he paid and joined. That time, I guess 1500 only. 1500 or 1000, not remember. Completed? So tell me this deposit method, withdraw method, current balance method, these three methods are called what? Business logic methods. And two-stream method is called what? Printing methodology. So we have completed bank account class to represent all different customers' bank accounts. Now what should I do now? I should create instances. Where I should create instances of bank account object in a bank. That's very difficult. That we'll see in tomorrow class. Yeah, tomorrow we are not going to develop this project. Tomorrow we are going to continue with exception handling class from 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, in middle I'll give you 15 to 20 minutes break for doing dinner. I'll give you dinner break in the middle. Okay. And Sunday class will be 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay. Next, you have two links, 6 p.m. class link and you have 11 a.m. class link. Which link you have, use that link and join. If that link is working, stay there. If link is not working, change to second link. Okay. That's it. Yeah. One more question came. I should not scold him. Okay. What about creating instances? Okay, got clarity? Yeah? People will not listen what I'm saying. They will ask whatever they like. Everything, whatever they want, they will ask. I said where I should create instances in a bank class. That will continue next class. That's very difficult. 3-4 times if I say, maybe one time they will listen. Oh, okay, sir. They will always have plenty of questions in their mind. Okay. Plenty of questions they will have in their brain and they never listen what I say. That is a headache problem.